Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Sunstone and today we have some more Coral Island breaking news. I am so excited. This is definitely 100% what I got out of bed for today. I have a nice cup of coffee here. Go grab a warm beverage and sip it with me while we take a look at the newest developer update. We're just gonna jump right into this. I have taken a brief look at it already, but I haven't gone super in depth, so we're gonna do that together. So they do have their Steam page here to wishlist the game. I will link that in the description, as well as this entire post I will have linked in the description. So we actually are starting off with a character customization showcase, which is really exciting. So this is a sneak peek at the character customization UI, which stands for user interface if you're not familiar, in Coral Island. Please note that this is a work in progress, and we're excited to share that for alpha there will be 3 body types available for players. Okay, so we already have some information about the alpha. So I'm definitely getting a very similar feeling as when I saw Theo and Alice for the very first time in their new 3D models. We get to look like as good as them. We get to look Disney. We get to Disneyfy ourselves. This is so amazing. Okay, let's focus here before I get lost in this 3D model. So these are the 3 body types presumably that we will have access to for alpha. I'm also assuming that there will be more options eventually based off of this next button at the bottom here, as if to scroll down to more options. But to start, we're gonna have a more traditionally feminine body type, a more androgynous body type, and then a more traditionally masculine, muscular body type. Look at this spectrum of skin tones here, and it looks like, can we completely customize our skin tone? We can have like any skin tone. That's how it should be. But this is like, it's nice that it doesn't seem like it will just be like the preset options, that we might be able to even go further with that customization. That's really amazing. Yeah, I'm just like in awe of this 3D model. I'm excited to have a character in this style that looks like me, and I think anyone would be. This is pretty awesome. I'm just in awe of like, not the muscles, guys. I'm looking at like the highlighting on the face and the body, and even just like the stance looks so natural, like the one foot in front of the other kind of thing. Like this looks really, really good. I'm really stoked about this. And it looks like we can randomize our character completely. And then here it looks like we can rotate. So you can get maybe like a 360 view of your character, which is really nice. This whole interface overall honestly got an upgrade. I loved the previous one, which I'll insert a picture of here. I thought it was great, but something about this, I guess it's maybe just like a cleaner look. It's definitely very aesthetically appealing to me. This is like the body type section. Now, I think this will be face customization, but it doesn't appear that they will be showing that in this update. They skip over to the hairstyle. I'm assuming there will be more options based off of this next button, but this is what they're revealing so far. So there are 8 revealed short hairstyles. If there are 8 options for short hair, at least, then I'm assuming there'll also be a lot of options for different lengths as well, like braids and ponytails, buns, bobs, dreads, you name it. I'm kind of hoping they'll have it. It looks like they're doing a good job so far. You can completely customize your hair color as well. So we could have like rainbow hair, maybe not rainbow, but like any color of the rainbow. If we can do any color of hair, there's gonna be a lot of room for self-expression. It'd be kind of cool if you almost customize the aesthetic of your character based off of like who you were planning to romance on that playthrough. Just try out different styles and stuff. I am wondering if there'll be like piercing options at all in like maybe this customization category. And I wonder if we'll be able to like add tattoos. I'm assuming we can customize facial hair. I just think that's not being shown yet. And then they also do show this, I guess they're calling it bio data. I don't know if that's the official name of this category or if that's like a placeholder, but we can choose our player name, we can choose our honorific, between Mr., Miss, MX, as well as custom, so you can be absolutely anything that you want to be, which is how it should be, and I appreciate this. You can choose your farm name as well as your animation style. Okay. I know there's the jogging animations coming up next, but I'm wondering if this animation style will go beyond the jogging. I wonder if that'll sort of be like a family of animations within each style. This is really exciting. So it says for part 2 next month, we will do a deep dive into the character customization system. This will come in the form of a video showcase that will be uploaded to YouTube. Stay tuned. I will be setting my alarm for some imaginary day in the future, maybe just every day until then. I'm so excited to see another video from them and to do like a deep dive into all this. Yeah, stay tuned for that. I will be definitely doing a video and covering that when it comes out. So if you aren't already subscribed, I don't usually mention this in my videos. I usually just add a little button, but it really does help my channel when you subscribe, and then you will know when I post a new video. So I super appreciate it every time you guys subscribe. It means the world to me. I do a little happy dance every single time someone subscribes. No joke. Okay, so moving on to jogging animations. So they've received a ton of feedback on their animations. This month, they've tried to improve the jogging animation. So this statement here does make me believe that there will be other animations that will vary from type to type, but I could be wrong. They plan to let players choose their animation style eventually. So again, that kind of fits with what I'm predicting. There will actually be 4 styles of animation for the early access release, which is at the end of this year. Before we actually take a look at the animation styles, I just want to review that for alpha, which is in July, there will be several more animation types for you to check out. So they're hoping that we will help them narrow the 4 to ship early access with. I've never really seen a game do something like this, so this is really interesting to have this level of personalization and customization in your game. You can literally decide how you're going to be running around Coral Island. That's crazy to me, and totally, like, we all move differently. We all have that different vibe to us. This is going to immerse us even more in the world of Coral Island, and honestly make me at least become way more attached to my character and my gameplay, because Little Sarah Sunstone is going to actually look more like Little Sarah Sunstone on the island, even my running style. So I don't really know how I jog in real life. I think if I had to pick between these 4, this would be my style. I don't do a lot of jogging IRL, to be completely honest. Type 2 is like a little bit more of a speedy pace, although I am assuming that all paces will actually be the same, because otherwise that would give you like an advantage rather than it just being a different style. So I think it's more of an illusion that this one's going faster. It's like longer strides. And then type 3 is like, this person means business. This person is hustling. They are dashing to go romance Suki for sure. No doubt in my mind. This gives me Aries energy right here. And then type 4, I really like this one. This is how I imagine Raphael would jog around on Coral Island. It gives me the kind of feel that, you know, if you had like that more broad shoulder body type, this would actually make a lot of sense from my perspective. I mean, I'm a very small build, so I don't know for sure if this is how people of that build would kind of run, but it makes sense. You'd have your shoulders kind of like back more and your chest would be out a bit more. But I just think this is so unique. This is so awesome. This is so exciting. Are you kidding me? Next up, revamped buildings. So much like the interiors, which we saw in the last update, many buildings in the game are also getting a makeover for better storytelling. This month, they tackled a fair amount of locations already. Please have a look at just one of the buildings being improved, the carpenter shop. I have to be honest that when I first took a look at this, I had it pulled up on my phone in bed while I was trying to pry my eyes open. I did actually initially just assume this was like the new updated version. I didn't scroll down far enough to see that it's the old version. So I was just stoked on this. I was like, oh my gosh, this, and this. Look at all these details. Like, this is looking so good. My standards were set a certain way, and then the roof was just blown off the top of my expectations. Before we move on to the new art, I would just like to point out a few details in this particular concept. But we can spot Joko here. This is the house where Joko, Dinda, Archie, and Sergio live. And here you can purchase upgrades for your house. You can purchase materials. You can purchase like farm buildings, like coops and barns. I wanted to point this out because I've mentioned in a past video that I feel like these are evil eyes in a good way, because evil has a good like protection kind of charm. So I thought that was interesting that we can spot that here. This piece here, I realize isn't fully, you know, textured and rendered, but it almost looks like a glider. Can we glide on Coral Island? I don't know. I don't know what that could be. That's the closest thing I could think of. I'm not sure if this is like a doggy dish. For some reason in my head, I thought that this family had the dog Taco, but it's actually Luke's family's dog. But in Archie's description, it says that he likes playing with Taco a lot. The families maybe are close, and maybe they have the dog dish out for Taco, or maybe they have their own pet. I don't know, but this gets my mind to going for sure. And then the other thing I wanted to point out is this bad boy here. This would make Ben very happy. I believe it is a mushroom of some very mysterious type. I'm no mushroom expert by any means. I would not be comfortable foraging for mushrooms at this stage in my life. I would not know what was safe and what was not, but this does look like a mushroom, and maybe I'll go hit up Ben to see if I can eat that one and make soup out of it or something. So that was the old carpenter building, which, like I said, this is what I was expecting for the game based off of what we've seen so far in the trailer and whatnot. Okay, so here is the concept art for the new and updated carpenter shop. And now we're living in a fairy tale. This is beautiful. We're just gonna look at this briefly before moving on because they actually have shown the actual in-game model of this. Still a work in progress, they say. Now we're in Coral Island. Yeah, now we're in Indonesia. The vibe of this building is so fitting with what I have in my mind for the island. Not only the culture, but also it adds that little bit of almost fairy tale energy, which I get with like all the Disney kind of vibes. And then also obviously the Coral 3, the Goddess of Flowers, the Merfolk, the Giants. I'm now 100% convinced that there's fairies on this island as well. Like, this is so beautiful. This carpenter building is actually inspired by Indonesia's traditional Jogolo architecture, known for its distinct roof work. A very fitting home for our carpenters. No kidding. So yeah, I've just pulled up some pictures here of the style. This is beautiful. This is so lovely. I love this. Definitely some very intricate, elaborate roof work. And I'm so happy to see this being implemented in the game. The more I can learn about Indonesian culture, the better, honestly. I've always had dreams to visit, and I don't know if that'll ever happen with the way the world is changing. So the fact that I can appreciate and learn so much about their culture through this game is just so exciting to me. I'm so appreciative of this, and this definitely has a much better fit with the island and the environmental values. I mean, we've got, this is like a workspace on the side, which, like, are you kidding me? I want to work in here. I'll film my YouTube videos in here. I want to be one with nature. The green roof, some nice moss on the roof. I love this branch at the very top. I just love architecture that becomes one with its surroundings because it really represents that reciprocal exchange that we should and do really have with our planet. It's not like we're taking over land and this is ours, goodbye trees. It's like, hey, how can we work together? How can I live here and also respect and honor you, nature, and my surroundings, right? So this makes my heart so happy, honestly. And so that is about it for the actual juicy part of the update, but they did also share the Earth Day art again. I love seeing these giants in their beautiful embrace around this little sprout. And then Denali, who is healing or protecting the reef. I think this is such a beautiful image, a beautiful vision of what our planet should be and the relations that we should have with the land being mutually beneficial and reciprocal and respectful. So yes, every day is Earth Day. I am with you, Stairway Games. And then they had to share a bug of the month, which is always so funny and so fun. It says no one wants to admit it, but something tells me this was done on purpose. Hashtag sus. We've got some hyperextended, elongated arm action here with the fishing mechanic. And honestly, if my character was fishing and this happened, jump scare material. 100% for me. And of course, I am not letting any of you leave without first taking a look at today's amazing fan art by Sky Angy. They have created a beautiful bullet journal with Coral Island art. It is so cute. It is so well done. I have always wanted to do bullet journaling. I've always imagined how I would do it in my mind, and have I ever actually done it? No, I have not. The exciting thing about this is that they will actually be coloring this art on their Twitch. So I will link that in the description so you can follow along with their coloring process. There you have it, friends. That was another exciting update from Stairway Games. Let's keep the hype train going. I am so excited for this game. Let me know in the comments what about this update you're most excited about, what stood out to you most, and maybe what you'd like to see in certain aspects of the game, like maybe the character customization or the animations. Is there something specific that you think is missing or that you would like to see that we're not sure about yet? Thank you all so much for watching. I love you, and until next time, take care.